Alright, we are live.
Yay!
Hello and welcome. I am Ronnke, your GM, and joining me today in order of their character avatars, we have Nosh.
But not important.
I don't know why.
Hello.
These get mixed up every time. Nosh, Mel, FX Engineer, Gigaman, and Rigel Kent.
I'm always the last one. So sad.
Today we embark on our Star Wars campaign titled Vanguard, using the very awesome and versatile GURPS system by Steve Jackson Games. Not everyone can watch the live stream, but worry not. Our sessions are available on YouTube and as audio-only podcasts. You can find the links in the video description. If you find our content appealing and engaging, we kindly request that you show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our Twitch and YouTube channels. Before we dive into the action, does anyone have any character business they'd like to address?
Yes, Darryl does.
What points are you spending?
Darryl would like to actually see if he can put a point into electronic warfare, because I do believe he defaulted on that role and succeeded last session.
I think that is correct.
Yep, that's fine.
All right, so I'm going to put a point into that, and then I'll put 2 points into artillery guided missile.
Did it not turn out that nobody had sensors?
I've got sensors.
I've got sensors too.
I only have it at 11, but
There was something that someone was missing, and I think it was the EW.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Luck is also going to spend a point, but he's going to spend it in interrogation, which, looking at my list of my skill usage sheet, I did default at some point once.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, I was going to do interrogation and the gunner for beam weapons on Bosco.
Gonna be
Although
weapons.
if I don't know if Luck gets interrogation, then maybe I should save that point.
Have you used gunner beam weapons?
Well, he was in the cockpit for that.
Anyways.
I don't know if he was shooting though.
Yeah, but he had to familiarize himself with the controls.
I was sitting on the gunner. Are you saying I didn't get the role? Because I was sitting on the little hot seat for like half the session.
That whole
Just to get
default
it.
thing is not actually a rule. That's just a thing that we do.
Is it? I thought it was an actual rule.
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, sure. We can say you did a whole bunch of target practice to familiarize yourself.
Because that would have been a good idea anyway.
Anyone else spending any points?
Nah.
Nope.
Okay, well then a quick recap from last session. You guys formulated a plan to intercept and capture a bunch of ISB agents which were en route to pick up your prisoner, or pick up the prisoner. I think they all survived, except for the stormtroopers. So the ISB agents and the pilot and co-pilot, they survived. But the stormtroopers got de-lifed.
Yep. And we handed the survivors off to our good buddy.
You handed them to Kaelin Bree, who has taken them away for some interrogation. and you intend to take their place. I'm not sure who is going to be the ISB, taking the place of the ISB officers.
Bosco and Tina, because they're the closest in appearance, and well, Luck would immediately stand out as who he is.
And who
But just to be
is...
clear, I'm not intending on trying to impersonate them, right? I'm just gonna take their spot, so to say.
Well,
It'll be
you will
fine.
be impersonating them to some degree, because you have to go in and collect your prisoner and stuff. Who was going to take the role of stormtroopers?
Gosh, I don't know what Luck would be doing there.
Ooh, I want to be a stormtrooper.
Too bad. You're a face man.
Damn.
You're gonna have to like have your hair pulled back and so you look more professional. We've got Luck and the two NPC guys. There's one. There's the other.
All right.
Guy, red jumper, and Kenny, dead meat. Nice.
So these guys are going to be your stormtroopers.
Along with Luck.
What about your pilot and co-pilot? You were going to
Darrell and Nim are going to remain on the thing with the thing polarized and the door shut. So they can fly and shoot if necessary.
Cool. So yeah, you managed to capture the shuttle. You've got your plan ready, and I guess we're good to go.
Just for the record, Bosco is not feeling very confident about impersonation.
You'll be fine.
Just going
Suck
over
it
the
up.
rules for that. Yeah. And I'm at default for disguise, and it's a -5 if you don't know the person.
You're not really trying to impersonate that specific person. You're just trying to not be you.
Act like you belong.
Oh, I can do that. I can. I'm
Act
just
like
trying
you
to.
belong and you're in charge.
You're
Didn't we
impersonating a ISB agent or officer.
Didn't
Not
we
so
take
much an
some time to
individual.
forge some credentials or
That
something
is
last time?
correct.
Right.
So these are not the exact people that were coming there. They're just close enough to pass the cursory exam.
Yeah, Tina did some hacking and
And Bosco did some
faked your
forging.
stuff. So your Imperial IDs or chain codes, whatever the correct term for them is, has been altered to reflect you guys. But if anyone looks deeply, then they'll see that it's faked.
And so the two NPCs, where were they drawn from again? How did they get involved?
The two NPCs were brought by Kalen Bree. So when Kalen Bree came to pick up the ISB agents that you're going to turn over to them, he brought two resistance volunteers.
Excellent. I'm just curious as to how fanatical they are in their own way. Could be an important detail.
I will leave that entirely up to you guys.
Excellent.
They're dead meat and red shirt. I think you can take they're pretty fanatical.
Not red
Red
shirt,
jumper.
red jumper.
He's from a rim world somewhere.
Okay, so Plan. What are you guys doing?
Flying real casual like.
All right, so you are going to execute the mission. What was the plan for your arc fighter?
Right, we're gonna have to come back and get that.
All right, so you leave it somewhere.
Wait, were we doing that, or were we going to have Darryl and Nim in that and standing by? I can't remember. I've slept like once or thrice since then.
I think
Um,
I thought we were going to have them stay on there with the ISB agents, but now that the ISB agents are going away, then I think we decided we were going to keep them on our shuttle, but like mask the view screen so nobody could see them.
Yeah, but that means we're gonna be leaving the our stuff just like floating here. And after we just got it fixed.
No, we so the original plan was to have Nim and Darryl in the Arc Fighter to provide in-case support, but because we were splitting up we were ending the adventure and moving on to this part where they probably weren't going to end up doing anything, we decided to move them to the shuttle. Now, when it comes to the Arc Fighter, we just transferred everybody over to the shuttle when we dropped off the original ISB agents with the rebels, so there's no reason everybody can't be on the same ship.
But where's
And
our arc fighter?
our Arc Fighter is wherever we left it when we met up with the rebels, so presumably
so I guess we'll
they
have to
have it.
come back and get it.
I think somebody mentioned the idea of the rebels being able to use it to back us up.
No, that was the GM who said, I think I'm gonna have them borrow it. And we're like, oh crap.
Side note, apparently that is in the rules about the default.
Yes, it is.
Huh. My mistake, your fault.
So I'm not entirely brain dead.
Just mostly.
That happened a long time ago. Been brain dead ever since. Or mostly brain dead. Alright, so are we clock wiping to the point that you jump into the Fantine system?
Abso-fragging-lutely.
Yeah, I think we're all set.
Code clearance blue.
Alright, give me from the pilot and navigator, give me a hyperspace navigation roll and a pilot roll, please.
He's got the shuttle spinning around like a crazy person.
Wow,
Alright, so
those are good rolls.
By 8 and by 7. Nice.
doing both is, I think both skills are at -2 or -4. In either
You
case,
don't have to do those at the same time.
in any case, he nailed them, so regardless of any penalties. Alright, so you will jump into the Fantine system. I'm sure I've got a picture of the planet. I do.
Yep, that's a planet. It's not as, it's a little bit more watery looking than I would expect.
That's not water, that's acid rain.
Okay, I'll
Imagine
allow it.
it's acid rain. So you jump into Fantine. You have your transponder and all that on. I will need a electronics ops communications role. So you will get a call from the Fantine base saying, Shuttle Tiderium, we have you on approach to Fantine. Please send your codes.
Transmit your code clearance now.
Okay.
All right, Bosco. If there's any talking, you're the talker.
So, with a
Okay.
successful communications roll, you transmit your codes. In a cutscene, you have a radio operator saying it's an older code, but it checks out.
Why did the IS agents give us an older code?
It's all part of their plan.
It's just the history of this shuttle. Which you're not allowed to destroy, otherwise you mess up everything. I think it's 4 skill rolls.
It's not going to be mechanic FTL drive. That shouldn't even be a thing in Star Wars. Well, you can mechanic hyperspace to repair it, but to engage it, I mean, you just push a lever forward after you plugged in the coordinates.
Yeah, I was just
That
going by the
shouldn't
rules in
require
the
a
books,
skill check.
but obviously you guys will game it for Star Wars.
Yeah.
If someone
I
wanted
can
to
see
make a
the
roll,
other two,
I could.
other three. The other three make sense. Well, nav space maybe.
Well, because in the spaceships books, they're like, well, you have to be 100 diameters from a large body.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah,
Blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
and
they're
Star Wars
assuming-
is a lot wobblier than that.
they're assuming traveler rules there.
It's more hard science fiction than
Yep.
space opera.
Is
Yeah,
that
'cause-
the
'cause-
spaceships rules, or is that the traveler rules?
I believe that's, I can't remember, but I know the spaceships rules are derived from the traveler rules, and there's a bit of overlap.
Because
Yeah, if they're talking about 100
is
diameters,
definitely
then,
traveler rules.
Yeah,
And we
It's
know
also in
that
the
is
spaceships.
absolutely not a fact, not an issue in Star Wars. We've seen people jump the light speed from inside frickin' atmosphere, which is ridiculous. But
Really?
and the inverse is also true. I mean, with that hideous Disney trilogy, Han emerged from light speed, planet side basically. But I'm perfectly fine with wiping that out entirely and ignoring it and just sticking with the prequels and the original movies.
You transmit your code. You will get a reply. Clearance granted. Please proceed on, and they give you a vector to Minerva base. And
Well, Daryl proceeds.
give me a pilot roll.
Alrighty.
Alright, so you will succeed by 0. You're trying to fail. But you will land on the designated landing pad. The wings of the shuttle in true form fold up and you set down on the pad.
Luck will be the first person out. Do the usual, emerge down there, look around, make sure everything's clear. Then probably Guy and Kenny. And then the ISB people can come down.
All right, so
who's playing whom? Who's playing Kenny and who's playing Guy?
Well, if you want to Leroy Jenkins it, you should probably take Kenny.
Okay.
do you need those links shared again?
Nope. I believe I've got Kenny up.
Negative.
Kenny!
I should probably put them in the combat tracker.
The fact he's automatically thinking about the combat tracker.
I was about to say
Why is
everything's
that
gonna
relevant?
everything's gonna go fine. We don't need a combat tracker.
That's right. Listen to your fellow players.
Why does Guy Red Jumper have high pain threshold?
Because he probably just copied the Stormtrooper and he gave all the Stormtroopers high pain threshold.
And as they
It's just
depart
saying.
as they depart the shuttle, Kenny will just simply utter aloud, "I can't wait to kick some Imperial ass."
You're a Stormtrooper. Remember that. Stay on mission.
Gonna get some raspberry jam. What?
Stay on mission.
Do you suddenly regret asking for some backup?
Oh,
Not yet.
do
Maybe
you think
in a
I've
little
got
bit.
the proper accent here?
After you land, a Imperial officer will walk out to the landing pad to greet you. He's escorted by, two stormtroopers. He says to the ISB people, let me get a reaction roll from Bosco.
Okay.
No modifiers on this one, so just roll straight reaction.
Oh, no charisma?
Not for this roll.
You're not
Okay.
trying to be charismatic. You're just here for a mission. Got things to do. Ain't got time to deal with these guys.
Okay. Am I trying to make a good impression? I don't even know where to roll. Okay, reaction. Here we go.
So the officer will say, welcome. You're here for the prisoner transport?
That we are. I'm sure my papers are in order. And I just kind of like flash them at him and put them back in my pocket.
That's why I'm here.
Please, this way. The troopers that are sort of standing, flanking him, will sort of give a sort of a nod to the two troopers that you have, and I guess Luck, you're standing out there as well.
Yep, and I've totally got the Sergeant Pauldron on.
Are any of you guys going to go with the ISB agents?
Are we keeping the other two stormtroopers at the ramp?
Let's see. Well, luck is definitely going to probably go with. What is the? What would be the? We should. Some of us should probably be aware of this. What would be these? This. This. The procedure here.
If you have soldier and you have served with the Empire or the Republic Army, then I guess you can make a roll.
Success by 2. Because luck served with both.
The SOP is you'd have someone stay by the ship, and then you'd also have at least one person escorting the agents.
Right. So I can leave one person behind and take one of the others. It's absolutely got to be Kenny who goes with us because he's the guy who's going to get us in trouble.
So just kind of like a standard thing, just so I don't bring it up like every little bit. Tina's going to be constantly like eyeballing the people that we interact with and checking body language for anything that looks off.
Okay, give me a body language roll into the box, please, or into the all-seeing eye. And you also have intuition. Give me the IQ roll for that in the box as well.
Okay.
Someone roll 3d6 for me. Let's get Nim to do that one, please.
Nim is a fictional character.
Alright, so the weather is 11, I think, is passable. So it's not great, it's not bad. The environment shields are not in operation at the moment. So you will walk into the base. There's not much discussion that takes place. You will enter the base, and you'll be escorted through the facility to the detention block. Let me just move images around. Is there any skill that would be useful for luck in that regard?
No,
Since
probably
luck
not.
is watching pastiles. I guess give me an observation roll in the box.
Yeah, I was going to say observation.
Finord.
You're in detention.
Everything seems to be going as expected. There is nothing that sort of gives you cause for concern. Everything seems to be fairly normal. You will be escorted to the detention block, which looks like the image I've shared, and looks like this as well.
That seems even more important.
Just imagine there's no grid on it. It's totally not a tactical map.
It's a tactical map.
It absolutely is.
It looks an awful lot like a technical map.
It even says TAC on it.
We're going to die.
Not
No,
yet.
Kenny's gonna die.
Oh my God, they killed Kenny.
Oh, that's weird. Dropping stuff on the map opened up the menu bar thing. So it's luck. Oops, Sky was not there.
Guy has to heroically defend the shuttle all by himself. He's got the cheat codes installed, right?
Maybe.
Feel free to situate yourselves how you want.
Advantageously.
The
Think that since this is Imperial territory, the stormtroopers are going to be following behind the two ISB guys or people, the guy and gal.
what's happened to all my tokens? That's right. Never mind.
I like this map. It has steam.
That's coming from the waste disposal unit.
Yep. Wonder what would happen if I shot it.
Okay, so you have two stormtroopers that stay at the door into the detention facility. The officer that was escorting you will come in. There's two guys sitting at the control station. The Imperial officer will say, this is a prisoner transfer. from 1138. And then one of the officers will stand up.
And shoot you in the face.
Walk over here. Who's going with?
Yeah, that's probably the ISB guys, and probably honestly both of the stormtroopers, because we're going to be like escorting this guy out.
So Bosco is going to remain up the top.
You fool, you've doomed us all.
No, sorry, I didn't see that everybody moved.
You could distinctly hear Kenny's breathing starting to get even heavier, more excited.
Yeah, this is going to end great.
In the cell, the officer will, hit the panel on the side, and the door will open. Inside, laying on the bed, is Ronan. Except I've spelled him wrong.
Why aren't you using his token?
Yeah, I don't have it set up. I'm using my laptop at the moment, so...
Bad, GM, bad.
Unfortunately, all my fancy tokens were not on my laptop.
It's just occurring to
GM
me
fail.
that these letter tokens are different. Are these built in?
Yes, they are the built-in ones.
I guess they changed them.
He will be on the bed. The Imperial officer will say, "Get up. It's time for you to go." And you can see that Ronan has clearly been, what's the correct term? Interrogated with prejudice. There's a few bruises on his face. He's got a split lip. And Tina, not that you actually have danger sense or anything like that. Do you have a bad feeling about this?
She's going to instinctively kind of look around and see if she can identify like where that feeling is coming from. And
it's just your regular gut feeling.
It's totally coming from Kenny.
She's going to reach out and I think tap Bosco on the shoulder to get his attention.
Yeah, what?
And she'll just lean in and just whisper, "Something's off. I don't like this."
What's up with the
Okay.
mask anyway? Is he like an alien or
No, that's his rebreather.
Then he wouldn't have it on in here.
I'm not generating a new image. This
He
is how you remember him.
So
He
we don't
says,
know
"I
who
wear
this
no
person
mask."
is.
Can
Yeah, it's
Bosco
all
do
coded.
based on the comment from Tina? Can Bosco take a moment and just use observation and just kind of like glance around at everything? Just observational.
Everything seems normal. You're not noticing anything unusual. So
Right. So using probably standard policy, Luck is going to enter and grab the dude's shoulder. Not shoulder, arm. With a rough, the standard stormtrooper modulated voice is like, on your feet.
he will resist a little bit. You didn't have body language?
Nope.
Give me an IQ roll, and those of you that can see this, give me a body language
I
or IQ
failed
roll.
by 1. That is an awesome roll, Bosco.
Yeah. But now I can raise it up next
Fail
game.
by 7. Nice.
We have a success by 0, 2 success by 0 on an IQ and a body language roll. So, Tina, you can see that the resistance that Ronan is putting up seems to be staged. It's like he's playing, and Kinney, you'll see as well. It's a bit of an act.
Yep.
Tina will whisper that again to Bosco, like lean, kind of ear to ear and just whisper,
It's a trap.
it's a trap. This isn't him.
Fuck, we've been made.
It is Ronan. You recognize Ronan. In this particular case, he doesn't have his rebreather on.
Then we wouldn't recognize him. We never saw him without it.
Yeah.
Sure you did.
She's
so
like, it's him? Maybe they broke him. He's playing.
So he will stand up and he'll sort of resist. He'll turn his back to those of you at the exit, and he's sort of facing Luck. He sort of whispers quickly. He says, "They know." Which dude?
Okay. Yeah, which dude? Oh, you're talking about PETA? God, how did I remember that?
I'm embarrassed that you've seen the film.
I liked Jennifer Lawrence.
So he says in a whisper, not loud enough for anyone outside to hear, but Luck will definitely hear it. He will say, did you guys hear that through the mic?
Yeah, I heard you. I'm trying to figure out exactly how he would respond or react.
Well, does that actually change anything at this point, or unless they're about to shut the doors on us in here?
Well, we can't be ambushed, or we're aware of something's going on, so we can be ready. Safety's off.
Is Luck doing anything?
Let's see. So I'm going to presume we had some like duress signals arranged beforehand, because it doesn't make any sense otherwise. Not hand signals, but like words, dress words.
Give me your tactics preparing roll.
Man, I won again. I got a freaking 14, and I can't roll well with that.
So you will have one preparation point.
So he's going to sort of shove him in the direction of the door and order him to get moving, and then use the danger we're blown slur, whether like scumbucket or whatever it is that alerts everybody else that this is a trap.
All right, everyone else will pick up on that.
Scumbucket.
Scuzz bucket.
I kind of
Okay.
like the idea.
So if Tina has time for an action, what she's going to do is she's going to get on, like, pull up her comms and make like she is notifying the shuttle that prisoner is in hand. And she's just going to say, "Scum bucket in hand. We're on our way as soon as possible," to alert the folks back at the ship that we're blown.
All right,
Totally
so
envision Darryl and Nim are sitting there like playing cards, and they're like, man.
so you will
I
get
think
you will get the message through your comms saying, with your keyword saying that, things are blown. Is there anything that you guys are doing?
The team there should probably be like, backing up, making sure that they can keep some surfaces between them if possible, getting prepared for people to come charging and start shooting at us.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, well, we can't come out, or, well, if we're blown, we're blown. Obviously we need to let Guy know. And if we were keeping the other rebels on backup somehow, we need to inform them as well.
If Guy was on our comms, he should know at this point.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
Tina just let him know. So if he has a way to contact the rebels, he can.
And as far as, I think, yes, we should probably have some cover set up in the back of the shuttle. Or I guess
You're
that'd
talking
be
about
the
you guys are
front
going
of
to
the
have
shuttle.
you guys are going to have to start flying here shortly.
Well, I'm assuming you guys are going to have to run out in a hurry and get on.
Right? You may have to bug out and then come back and barn swallow to grab us all. That'll be great.
Yeah, that could end really badly.
Luck is really regretting not having his jetpack.
Darryl will start plotting some nav course out of here.
Yeah, might as well do that. So we'll get the ship ready to go and to receive rush traffic.
Well, we need to decide: are we gonna complete the mission or abort?
Oh, we're gonna get the dude out as much as we
Well,
can.
you can't abort
We're smack dab in the
Then-
middle of this crap.
unless
Then I'm ready at my
unless
weapon.
Luck is
Play
going to be
harder.
that guy.
Oh man, now you just saying that. Damn, no. Let me look at his dis ads and see. No, he doesn't have. No, I can't see that because he's got the Code of Honor trooper and probably sense of duty team, which might have extended to Ronin at least temporarily because he did fight alongside us, and he did jump on that walker with me.
Mighty brave jump of him too.
Yep.
So that I is one of the Imperials.
The I's are Imperial officers. The S's are stormtroopers.
So what are all the guys back up at the door doing? The eyes. I'm imagining we can't see the stormtroopers.
Well, one of the officers, which was in the detention center when you arrived, he's remaining at his seat. The other is just sort of standing there at the door.
Quick, mind trick him into drawing his pistol and shooting the other guy. We have faith in you. You can do it.
She needs the Force music to do that.
Yeah, totally. But no, she can't do that.
Which Force music, though?
Mm-hmm.
I heard something's quicker and easier and more seductive.
So first opportunity we get,
Why
but
is
she can't
Bosco running
do
way
it
over
right
there?
now. Tina is going to slip Ronan her pistol, whatever it is.
Well, if the shooting had started, I was halfway tempted to, or if it's like it looked like it's about to, I was halfway tempted to shout, "He's got a pistol or he's got a weapon," and like shoot the Imperial officer while presumably Ronan grabs my pistol. But I see what you're saying.
Take me hostage.
Then start shooting all the cameras.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm certain that's never been done ever before in cinema.
Well, right
And
now, we
then-
don't know what they're planning to do here because they haven't locked us in.
No, you have not been locked in. So,
Right. Pushing him out of the cell. I
So-
can't move G's, so
okay. Ronan will sort of again turn around and he'll say, "Look, I'm walking. All right, I'm going." And he'll sort of push back to Luck, and he'll say, he'll again sort of in the commotion, he'll whisper, Nara told me she's got a plan.
I gotta remember who the hell that is. Who?
That's Bosco's girlfriend.
That's my girlfriend.
Nara Towney. She is the
Bosco's girlfriend.
investigator.
Got it. The redhead.
Investigator. Yeah, investigator schmestigator. It's Bosco's girlfriend.
That's
She
all we need
wishes
to know.
to. Yep, she wishes to investigate the depth of his love.
Oh my god. Well,
okay,
so we
I'll
just
make
need to like
Ronan
bust out
green.
our weapons and just go in tactical mode and go to the, pretend we're like a SWAT team or Navy SEALs or something like that, and we're clearing out the rooms. Go find a prisoner and get out. Right? Because we're not going to keep up the act.
All right, so
well,
you should be able to move Ronan now. Why is that?
well, I want to
G?
get him out of the cell. Yeah, I don't know why it says G. Why is it G? Shouldn't it be an R?
I'll change it to an R.
You're the one who put it there.
No. Fantasy Grounds auto put it there.
Did it?
Yes.
Then that's weird. Right. So for FX's purposes, we still don't know what they're going to do. So it could be that if they'd let us walk out of the building, then maybe they're just tracking Ronan or something like that, in which case we can solve that problem.
By giving him a helicopter ride? Wait, I don't know how many people are going to get that pretty dark reference.
Nope.
But yeah, in response to Bosco's FX share question, I just wanted to get him out of the cell and see what was going to happen if they're like, reacting once he's out of the cell.
They are not reacting at this point.
So I guess standard procedure, there's going to be some sort of paperwork of some sort. I don't know how that's gonna work to denote that yes, these people have been exchanged, blah blah blah.
Well, I would expect them to do that sort of thing at the desk unless the officer that is currently with you is holding a clipboard of some form. So at the very least, get it advance in the general outerly direction.
Alright, so you're going to push Ronan forward and head in that direction. Was Tina going to slip a blaster to Ronan?
Yeah, she was going to try to. I don't even think she has sleight of hand, but is he like
Officer 1 doing?
Does he have like handcuffs on?
Ronan? No, he doesn't have handcuffs.
Okay. Yeah, she won't do it just yet because there's like an Imperial like right there. So
Alright, so move yourselves to where you're sort of headed.
What's Officer 1 doing?
Officer 1 is standing there at the door. He sort of waits.
Kenny will step up and say, "After you, boss."
Who are you referring
Somebody's
to?
moving my guy.
To the Imperial Officer 1.
He will proceed to shut the door, and he gestures for you to walk ahead.
I just saw, it's like the placement right now. I just could totally envision Kenny deciding, oh, hey, they can't see because luck is in the way. I'm going to step here and shank this dude.
So Kenny will step in front of the Imperial officer and continue to move behind Luck.
Okay. So move yourselves up a little bit. Guess move.
I don't
one
like
step.
that Imperial officer. I'm gonna just walk next to him and just do some idle chit chat while he's walking.
Did Bosco
You're
have
an
body
ISB
language?
officer.
I have it untrained.
I guess roll a default roll.
Wow. That's the time to roll a 6.
What is that? There's a thing from the combat manager.
Who, what now?
Oh, Fantasy Grounds just said deprecated function.
Oh,
I guess there's other things in the rule set that need to be changed.
figures.
Well, at least it's not throwing up errors. So with the success by 2, you can see that the Imperial officer is maybe a little bit nervous.
What does he have for weapons and armor and gear?
He has no armor, but he does have a sidearm.
So I'm just gonna walk along with him. I don't want him behind me, so I'll walk like next to him and just pretend like nothing's going on and just idle chatter like, "Oh, how long you been here? These
He
Pretend like
bloody
you're about to not
prisoners."
whack him.
he sort of gestures after you, sir.
I mean, he's not my boss, is he?
No. Technically, you probably outrank him.
Nobody wants to let that guy just stand there.
Would you?
Maybe. What's he going to do back here?
Shoot somebody in the back?
So, he says, after you.
Well, not trying to make it awkward or anything, but like, age before beauty, and I kind of like, you know, just
Pretending to
just
be a
trying to be polite about it.
friendly officer, we see.
Unless he's gonna get aggressive with me.
He doesn't get aggressive. But he will take a step back and he will draw his sidearm. His
Oh,
pistol.
it's
Oh,
soon as that's happened,
sounds-
it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna karate chop him to the neck and take him out.
Chop!
If I had karate.
So you imagine you do these things and go, huh, that would have been so cool if I had that skill.
Well, if he's drawing, then that would definitely trigger onto Bosco where he could immediately go into combat, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do anything. I mean, he's drawing a weapon, and for no apparent reason.
And
He seemed
we all know
quite
it's
nervous to me.
blown. So you could probably fast draw your sidearm and shoot him back.
Well, unless Ronnke says I didn't, I had mentioned earlier that once Tina told me that something was wrong, that I had my weapon ready.
Well,
So
you're not going to have drawn it
you wouldn't have drawn your weapon.
because you guys are officers, so you would have the sidearms at the moment.
Okay.
So if anything,
fast draw.
if they have if they have the holsters with the things that snap, you might have like discreetly unsnapped it for a faster draw.
Okay, I would have done something of that nature. Is he the only like quote unquote enemy in this space, like the Imperial officer? Because K and R are on our team, right? Kimmy and
Currently?
Ronan. That we
Yeah,
know
and
of.
then 2 and 3 are ahead of us.
But they're in a different room.
Well, they're just up top there, but
Yeah, I
yeah.
think it's not technically a different room. I just think there are stairs there that lead up, and then you have the control area.
Correct.
And I guess that is technically a room. I mean, there are walls there, so, but whatever.
Okay, so Imperial Officer 1 is drawn. He drew his weapon, right? He's
He will point it at you. And
well. I don't like that.
I guess he will say, as he points it at you, he will. Oh, tokens are locked. Hang on a sec.
How did that
What
not come up
hex?
already?
What hex is she in?
She's not in a hex. She's kind of in the middle.
Don't know why that came up.
You need to be in the hex.
What I find unusual is that you could move and she couldn't.
So
Well,
weird.
then it suddenly came up, actually.
Maybe that was why the deprecated thing came up, because we hadn't moved before that. I don't know.
Yeah, could be.
Right, so is Bosco actually interrupting that guy?
So the guy will
Yeah, I
say
mean-
that he'll draw, and because he's a Imperial officer, he will say, "Surrender, resistance, scum."
Right, Bosco wasn't going to let him speak. He was just going to shoot him in the face.
yeah, I was gonna fast draw or attempt to fast draw
And shout "traitor" as you're shooting him.
because as far as I know, the cover was already blown. He drew his weapon for no apparent reason, just because I said, "Hey, you first." So then I know that he's in on it.
That's right. Hashtag Bosco shot first.
All right, so he's drawn. He takes
Or
the turn.
is
He doesn't have.
drawing.
He spends his turn drawing. Bosco. We will start the combat on you.
Yay, you fast draw successfully. By 1. Remember the podcast, people.
Oh, right. Bosco fast draws his pistol. Success by 1. And he's not wearing any armor, so he's going for center of mass. Let me pull up
Oh
my.
man, that's going to be hard to miss, isn't it? That's not even going to be any penalties for range.
And then he will do all out attack.
Really?
Yep.
What's your
Well, if he
pistol skill?
wins,
You only get a +1 for that.
I might need it.
Really? What's your pistol skill?
Well, what if I roll a 15 or a 16?
Then you luck it. You've got luck. Granted, he's several hexes ahead of you.
realistically, all out is a very sensible thing to do, but
I think
Yeah,
it makes sense.
realistically, most people, most hostiles would be using all out with ranged weapons. Hey, it's your character. Go for it, bro. Remember, he's going to get to dodge, though.
Okay. That is true, but then I'll use my luck then. I need to. So rain. So what do I have? All out is a +1,
Yep.
Well, you could all out,
and then
and you could use your luck on his defense rolls.
Yeah, that's what he meant.
I could use 2 hands for bracing.
No, you still have to aim to use bracing.
Oh, I got to aim for 1 second, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you could brace a one-handed weapon with 2 hands.
You can, but you still have to aim in order to get the bonus.
Oh, okay. So then it's a +1 for that, and then I got the laser on my pistol, so a +2 total,
Sounds right.
Yep.
and then
No
that's
range,
it, right?
no target. Yeah, that's it.
So I'm a skill of 12, probably a 14. And let's roll.
Right, you swapped your pist for rifle. Good God, man!
But you know what? I do want to use my luck because I want at least a
Do
couple
you
of hits.
really? I would
probably
take
don't need
that
it.
1. I would just take the 1 and use the luck if he dodges it.
Okay, let's do that then.
Yeah, because it's like, remember
Take
how
that.
much damage these things do?
Take that, Imperial itch. I'm tired of your.
The pistols do 4D.
So average
It's-
of
No,
14.
3D.
It's hard. It's hard to. I have my little box. It's hard to see like all the stuff.
Yeah, I have that
Burns
problem
around.
too.
Yeah, it doesn't scroll properly. Anyway, yeah, the pistols do 3D.
Okay, so yeah, so he's got the dodge if he wants to dodge.
Yeah, I'm wondering about actually changing how I'm recording the damage there. Just do like 3D parentheses 5 and then put the burn comma surge elsewhere. But I don't know where I would put it.
And we know that it does burn surge. It's not really doing anything in the program,
Well,
is it?
it actually can though if you've got the dice set up for it.
That's a failed dodge. Do your damage roll. And since you shot center of mass, also roll to see if you hit the vitals.
So I want to test something really quick, see if this actually work, because this obviously doesn't count. That's how I'm kind of thinking about doing it. Will my damage work? Yeah, and then noting that I have burn surge, the blaster pistol, I can actually see what the weapon damage is.
I forgot to hot load my pistol. Damn it. So Bosco rolled I rolled the wrong thing, but I still 3 dice, so 8 damage. And no vitals hit.
Alright, so that's going to be a major wound. Which he will shake off.
Yeah, that figures. That might be a. Yeah, which one do you luck? Do you luck the damage or do you luck his resistance? Technically, since he's already rolled resistance, you'd have his resistance.
I think he'd be fine, and then he can like potentially luck the guy's attack.
I mean, if he's at a high pain threshold, he's going to take a -4 unless he has that.
No, the officers don't have high pain.
Guy Red Jumper is not present.
Correct. Let me skip him.
Oh, it's Kenny's turn. He's gonna do something awesome.
So, what do I in this brief exchange? What do I understand? What's going on?
All right. So you were walking towards the desk, and then from behind you, you will hear Surrender, rebel scum. And then a blaster shot.
Alrighty. Kenny will spin in place. He's gonna blast the Imperial officer just for extra effect.
Okay. You will be at -2 for range penalty, and no other penalties.
Sorry, -2, you say?
Correct.
Dope.
Okay. The Imperial officer.
Might scream girlishly. Wait, he was interrupted. Isn't he in the process of drawing his pistol?
No,
No,
he
he
spent
drew his pistol.
He spent his turn drawing his pistol. He's going to...
Actually, is he half move and dodge?
No.
Not quite. Or is he?
He's not indicated as half move and dodge. Let me just check something. No, that's fine. It's working shit out properly. He's gonna have a shot at Bosco. That's not right.
You clicked on the wrong thing. Ah.
Technically, I should take his original roll. I will do that.
Well, if he potentially hits, I'll use my luck to make him re-roll.
Right,
I'll
because you
take.
used.
I'll still take the original roll, which would have been a miss due to shock penalty. All right, the guy at the desk is a little bit surprised. You get the feeling the plan wasn't supposed to happen yet. Likewise for the other officer. And the stormtroopers will spend the turn reacting to blaster bolts being fired.
Nim is not there.
Is not there.
All right, so Luck is going to charge forward and shoot at the Imperial officer. Luckily, since I had maxed out that CQB thing, no, wait, not CQB, CCB, I don't remember what it is. Close quarter, yeah, CQB.
CQB.
And we had determined that means I can ignore my bulk penalty. So I believe ranged attack for a moving attack is bulk penalty or what? I don't remember. Damn it, I don't have the thing.
It's
open.
-2.
-2 or your bulk penalty.
Right. So since I have that, I can ignore that. Is dude sitting? How much cover does he have?
I guess he'd have partial cover, so -2 cover because the counter.
-2. Roger.
He's sitting.
But as he's charging forward, he's definitely basically shouting for Tina to get down or to get to cover. Pew pew pew, and wow, that was almost a miss. Success by 2, so max 3 hits.
Actually, he has not got combat reflexes, so no, this is not a surprise attack.
Ow!
Ow.
29 point. That's 1 point. That's 1 point shy of max. Wow.
Well, that was definitely a time to roll all those
4
sixes.
6s and a 5.
Bosco should have done that.
And
I
that was
strongly
center of
suspect that's
mass.
gonna. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Well,
that's
actually,
right.
don't bother because that takes him past 5 times.
And I would have hit him in the vitals anyway. Oh man. So I'm not gonna bother rolling the other 2.
Actually,
Unless
no,
that
he's
doesn't
out.
drop him. Yeah, because
Oh,
that would have been
Yeah, I forgot that you roll separate
56.
your damage.
No, 50. Yeah, normally.
All right, so Tina succeeds on her fast offer pistol by 4, and she is going to give it to Ronan and tell him, defend yourself. And then
I hope he doesn't shoot you with that. That'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
it would be terrible, but she's
Yeah.
going to take cover.
And he totally wasn't looking. He drops it.
You should remove you from the thing. There we go. Much gooder.
So I'm assuming that I couldn't have my normal weapons, right? Because of the disguise, like my rifle or my carbine.
Probably not.
All right.
Don't worry. We're going to
Then,
get some more carbines up here in a second.
but mine's all tricked out. Okay, so Bosco will. Okay, so the Imperial officer took a hit to the chest, and he shrugged it off and shot back at me. So I'm just gonna. We're like in a shooting match, like guns to our faces. So he's gonna just keep firing, pulling the trigger. Pop, 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 pop. No time for aiming. But he is not doing an all-out attack this time.
Kenny's over there going, why are they standing at 2 paces away?
Okay, rolling to hit with the pistol. And he rolled.
That's a good roll.
What did I roll?
By 4.
I rolled a
Maximum 3
9.
hits.
Success by 4, 3 hits. And he dodges
That
by 0.
becomes 2 hits.
So 2 hits. So 9 and 8 damage. And then I'll roll twice on the chest. No vitals hit. I'm assuming that's enough to take him down. A normal human, anyways. So he will
Death roll.
step in.
He will die. Not even mortally wounded.
Bosco will step forward and crouch. Is crouching a free action? If it is, I'm going to crouch.
It is a free action.
Hey, Kenny.
And then I'm
Bosco just stole you.
So Kenny will.
Actually, Kenny tried to steal a Bosco.
So Kenny will spin around and mutter something around. Damn it! Gotta get me some Imperial blood. So he's just going to spin around in place, and that'll be his turn.
Okay, so this officer will smash the door open button, and he will shout, "Get in here!"
Yes, we're hungry.
Ronan doesn't have a weapon or anything.
I gave him a pistol.
Oh, sorry, my bad. He will run up.
Right. So, look, seeing that there are stormtroopers in there, that's going to definitely shift his target. He's going to scramble up and take some partial cover behind this big old whatchamadoohickey and take a shot at number 1. After I get the correct range penalty on there. Oh, that's so close. Nope, no, I'm just going to take center mass shots in this case. Success by 8, possible 3 hits.
Do your 3 hits.
Damn, that's a serious fail. Looks like none of them are going to be extra, so it is just going to be first damage is 20 minus 12, so that's going to be because I believe we determined 12 was the target number.
Yes.
So 8 points will get through, and the second one is 16 minus 12, and the third one is 19 minus 12. So if nothing else, he got hit a couple times, and he probably didn't like it.
Yeah, he's,
so that's a knockdown roll. Major wound. Which he succeeds. So he shakes off the major wound.
Wait,
Is only one of them a major wound?
seriously? That's 8 points on the first one, and then 4 points for the next one, and then 7 points for the third one. Wow, these troopers are tough.
Yeah, okay.
7 points. Is the major wound per injury, or is it per...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 19 points of damage. That's a significant chunk of hit points.
The second one's not a major wound. The first and third are.
Right.
I've always been rolling your injury in sort of
Yeah,
one turn.
it's not based on the total.
Okay, Tina's going to move forward and
So he's stunned.
she's going to pull out Haxer.
Okay. Bosco is taking just the moment to pick up the the weapon that the Imperial officer had, and maybe like his key card or something like that. Anything that's kind of on the outside of his clothing, visible.
Okay. That will be your turn.
And yep. And then if he still has enough like movement, he'll like stand up and then start heading with the rest of the team. So
You
he'll
won't have any
stand
more
back up.
movement. Kenny.
Okay, I'm done.
Come on, Kenny. There's some stormtroopers up here.
Kenny is going to move forward.
This officer will be drawing his weapon, moving for cover.
That's 2 actions.
Alright, so this stormtrooper needs to make consciousness roll. Actually, no, he doesn't need to make consciousness roll. He's making a roll to come out of stun. So he comes out of stun.
And he's still prone.
Do you have that note, Brian, with the stunned thing, how we were doing it? Because I don't know
He's
if
not-
FX has seen that.
He's not prone, he's knocked to a knee.
Yeah, we
Well,
have we have a there's like this thing we found where it's like depending upon how badly you fail the stun is where you're at. So it's like if you fail it by 5, you're unconscious. If you fail it by 4, you've dropped everything and you've fallen on your butt. But if you like fail it by just 1, you're just sort of like wobbling.
Oh, so you guys you
so-
have like a house rule for it.
Yeah.
I think it's a house rule, but it's something that Crom suggested.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So if you fail by 1, then you're stunned. If you fail by 2, you're stunned, drop to a knee. If you fail by 3, you also drop what you're holding. So you're still on you drop to a knee, stunned, drop what you're holding. 4, you fall prone. 5, you're unconscious.
Do you have that as a note?
No, but Geiger just linked something.
I thought you did make a note of that or something.
I have a note, but I don't think it's in this campaign file.
I kind of like this better actually because it always felt kind of funky.
It was Doug Cole. It wasn't Crom.
No, I think it actually came from Crom. But I could be mistaken. But I always thought it came from Crom. So there might be an additional post on the forum that goes through it. So this is slightly different. So this has 2 to 3 you drop to crawling.
Well, it's more of a graded approach versus if you fail, you automatically are stunned and knocked down per the basic rules.
Yeah, I think this is more playable.
Yeah, I think the issue there was there is no fail by 0.
Well, fail by 0 is a success.
Right.
So this stormtrooper is going to move. Oh, hang about. No, I did it right. He's going to move there and just try and get some random shots on luck. I'm assuming luck, you have partial cover there.
Yeah, as much cover as he could have gotten from the thing. I just shared a thing. If you want to go ahead and update that, then we have the what they are. Bam. Oh, did you already have that in there, Daniel?
Oh,
The link. No?
Yes.
Just updating this.
And then the others, well, you can continue this. Was it stunned, dropped everything, then stunned, dropped everything on your butt?
Yes. So 4 is you can continue edit. Yeah, 4 is stunned, dropped everything and on your butt. Or prone, I should say. I wonder if we should add that to health rolls on the character sheet, so you can actually do a specific knockdown roll. Like
Oh.
maybe hold down shift or control when you're clicking health, and then it'll do a knockdown roll instead. In any case.
Yeah, he went up there to get cover behind that thing, so there's going to be like lots of explosions from as this dude is shooting up the console.
And is going to be at bulk. Range penalty is going to be minus, so that's going to be a miss because of your cover and the range penalty. So
yep.
Ronan's going to take aim.
Shifting over to number 2, who ran out in front of me and now is right in the open for me. Here, have some blaster shots. That is a fail by 1 because I was going for the gaps in the torso. Oh well.
Does that not hit
right?
torso?
Well, I'm going to make sure that I got everything correct. Yeah, I think I got everything right. That's actually a good question. I would think it would probably do that. It just won't hit the it'd be a success by 0.
Going for the vitals or the neck hits the torso. I don't know about chinks.
Yeah, well, I'm just operating on the presumption that I missed, so I will look that up though.
We shall continue with the presumption that you missed.
It's because of the explosion of spark in front of me.
All right, Tina's going to dart forward and like completely down so she's got full cover. And that will be it for this round.
Bosco.
Bosco's gonna change posture, I guess. Wasn't able to do it last round, so he's standing. And what can I do? Move a step.
You can do your
he
full
gets
move.
up and starts.
Because you're crouching, so you can do your full move.
Okay, he like starts running back towards the team.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything in there that I'm looking for.
Well, what I'm looking at here is that essentially when you're doing targeting gaps in the armor, that it's actually just an increase in the penalty to hit that location and not a new location. So it'll follow whatever the location rules are.
Okay, so you will miss then.
Maybe?
Yeah, if that was torso, then that would miss.
Okay, yeah.
But if it was chinks in the neck, then a fail by 1 still hits the
Right.
torso. Right. Kinney.
Yeah, he just moved up.
Okay, so this Imperial officer is going to...
Does he have combat reflexes?
He does not have combat reflexes.
Yeah, because he might just be like, F this noise, I'm getting the hell out of the... There are shooting all around me.
He's an Imperial officer. He's not trained to deal with this kind of violence.
He's going to remain in his cover for the moment.
Is one of the stormtroopers down?
Screaming. No, one is pretty badly messed up. He's having to make consciousness rolls, but...
Alright, so he is conscious. He is not... He came out of stun. So he will stand.
Then if that's what he's doing, then that's change posture. That's all he can do, right? I remember how messed up he was.
He can go from kneeling to standing, and have an attack as long as he doesn't move.
I wasn't sure if it was kneeling or whatnot. Cool.
But he will
shoot the Imperial officer because he doesn't like him.
I guess he's going to aim. Yes, he'll aim. And he'll aim at...
Probably gonna be Luck. He's the only one that he can really see.
He'll probably aim at Tina because...
She went into full cover, remember?
Yeah, I don't know how to add the thing that says she's like, what is it, like kneeling or something or whatever, where she would be like completely down.
Don't worry about that because you can't remove it yourself until I work out why.
Okay.
But he's not going to aim into the back of the Imperial officer. So he'll aim for Tina, or at least Tina's location. Luck, you didn't do a pop-up, correct?
Nope.
Alright, so this trooper is going to step. And blast you.
Okay, so that's
so
-1 for
it's a miss.
range, minus. I was like,
Saved by your cover, so the
got
blast
more
bolts
exploding stuff.
explode into the panel above, in front of him. Ronan had aimed. He was aiming for the Imperial officer, so he'll just keep his aim for the moment.
Oh, back to me already. Okay, well, all right. Number 2, have this back. Let's try that again. This is at the Chinks again. Success by 2, possible 3 hits.
You'll get 2 hits.
You
So,
said 2 hits?
yeah, dodge by 0 will be 2 hits.
Oh no! Second one is a vital strike. First one is 17 before armor. Second one is 16 before armor.
So this was at Chinks again?
Yes, this one was.
So let's divide by 10.
Right. I need to freaking, damn it.
So and multiply that. Let's just do the knockdown roll, see if it matters.
I think I did 31 points of damage to him.
Fail by 2 will be a fail by 1 due to his high pain. So he's just stunned. But his damage is going to be plus an extra 30, what is it? 31.
Hey, I did math right. How'd that happen?
So that's going to be some death rolls.
All right. So Tina is going to wait for most of the shooting to stop. So she is going to hold position for now.
Alright, he dies. No mortal wound on him.
All right. Can Bosco see Imperial Officer 3 from where he's at? I can't tell the map.
No,
If there's a cover or
he's hiding
concealment.
behind full cover.
So Bosco will move up and he will get to the stairs, it looks like, and crouch down. He's got his blaster pistol out looking for any targets. He sees Luck and Tina. So he's kind of looking in their direction. You know, he's trying to look at where they're pointing at, where they're looking. And then that's it.
Kenny is going to move again. That's it.
Okay, the Imperial officer is going to wait since he knows that everyone's dying around him. The stormtrooper needs to make consciousness roll, which he fails. The Ronin's going to keep his aim on the location of the Imperial officer.
Right. I am scrambling toward the door.
All right. So she sees Luck take off, and she's going to assume that the shooting for the most part has stopped, and she is going to actually send Haxer around the corner and have him go over and start hacking the console.
Whatever
Can you-
that hasn't been shot up.
Yeah, can you drag him on the map?
Drag who on the map?
Haxer.
There you go.
I don't see him. Thank you. All right. So he's going to go over and be sneaky and start hacking into the console.
Give me a universe reaction roll on a neutral. The console has taken some damage and will be at penalties to do stuff. On a poor or worse, the blasters that shot into the console have damaged it, so it's not operational.
Okay,
Good
give me a sec.
is no damage. Alright, so there'll be some penalties to make your rolls.
Okay. Do you want me to go ahead and make those while we're here?
Sure.
Okay, what's the penalty? Well, do you want me to just roll and see how bad it is?
We'll say penalty at 2.
Okay, subtract 2 to that.
So that's a succeed by 3. Alright, so he will start hacking.
Okay. What does Bosco see from where he's at?
Well, you can't. This is basically what he sees. So you can see everyone except for the Imperial officer.
Okay, I'm gonna take a glance back down the hall just to make sure we're not, checking our 6. And then if I don't see anything, he's gonna go where he saw Luck go around the corner into the control room. So actually, he'll end up right behind Luck.
Okay, Kinney?
All right. Kenny will move up to there.
Imperial officer will continue holding his position. Ronan will continue to cover. And Haxor is haxing.
Where's the Imperial officer?
The Imperial officer is there.
So,
So
is he
Luck
like
is-
taking shots at all the people who are just popping around the corner?
He hasn't been taking shots at the moment. He doesn't quite have his back turned, but his back is sort of on the hex map would be that hex.
Right. So Luck is scrambling to the other side of that door,
So that's his
putting
space.
putting his back to the wall to make sure that he can cover the area, and he's going to gesture towards the Imperial officer while shouting for someone to secure him, and glancing that way to see if there are reinforcements charging up the hallway.
There are no reinforcements. So what were you
Hacking.
doing at the Imperial officer?
I was basically, telling someone to, or he's just going, secure him. How they secure
Bosco-
him is probably up to them.
You're yelling out to us, right? To your team.
Yes.
Yeah. So Bosco says, "I got it, Luck. I got him."
Okay. So Haxor is still hacking, and I'll just go ahead and tell you what my intent is for this. I want Haxor to shut down the security camera system from everywhere between us, like this room, all the way to our ship. That's what I would like to do, if that is possible. So no cameras. They can't see where we're going.
Okay.
Overload the reactor.
Haxor will tell you the cameras are already shut off.
Really? Ooh. Okay.
Man, his girlfriend is coming through.
She must
We need
really
to
like
put a
you.
ring on that, bro.
Bosco will come around the corner. What's the Imperial officer doing?
At the moment, he has his weapon out. He's crouched behind the cover, and you can see that he is evaluating his very slim options.
I give him my most menacing look. If I have to roll intimidation, and say, "Drop that now."
Hey, look at that, Bosco. There's
And
a blaster carbine right next to your foot. Two, in fact.
You can roll intimidation.
Does charisma apply to intimidation?
If you're doing it as an influence roll, yes. So in this case, it doesn't.
Oh,
Because you're actually
what am I
trying.
rolling it as?
Well, influence roll, you can roll to intimidate, and it'll give you a good reaction. Or you can actually intimidate him.
So I tell him to drop, his freaking weapon, or else, in my most menacing voice.
And good news, if he makes the check, then when Kenny's turn comes around, he's probably just gonna walk around and shoot the guy.
All right. Well, that is your turn.
So
Kenny.
So Kenny can't see the officer from this vantage point.
No.
Right. So Kenny will move around. Yeah, Kenny will move around there. Are we in combat still or what? Combat rounds?
Unless someone is planning to kill him, or if someone plans to do any extra shooting, then we're out of combat. He will comply, and he will drop his weapon and surrender.
Yeah, that's all that Kenny will do then. He'll keep an eye on that hallway from his vantage point.
Okay. So, you're out of combat. What is the plan? You don't see any backup. There doesn't appear to be any alarms or anything like that that have gone off. Granted, it hasn't been very long. It's only been a matter of seconds.
So Tina will let the group know that someone's already shut off the security cameras for us. And she's going to recall Haxer and go over to Ronan and offer an arm to kind of help him out because he's hot. And she's a flirt.
Okay.
Aha.
How you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, crap. Okay. So if somebody's already killed the stuff, he's going to probably look at Ronan and ask, and ask, what exactly was the plan?
He says, I don't know much, but when Nara came in to do some interrogation, she told me that the Empire knew that you were attempting a breakout, and they were preparing a trap for you.
Well, how far is it to the shuttle pad?
You have a number of corridors and such to run down.
We're not going to run down. We're going to walk down. We're
Walk down
supposed
them.
to be here.
You will have, I don't know, a good few minutes before you would get out to the landing.
Get as much distance as we can and be ready to start sprinting. We are taking our prisoner. Pay no attention to us.
It is roughly about. Well, you will sort of continue on your way. Hacksaw, I assume you don't leave him there.
Oh, no. I said that she recalled him back. So she took him back up.
GM wasn't listening.
Is it
Yeah.
possible to tell the Imperial something along the lines of to report back to whoever that they've killed us or whatever, taken us into custody and to stand down? Or is there nobody else?
Well,
Right.
you
I
could,
forgot. We've got the officer.
You could
Look
have
at
done
him
something.
and look at the officer and basically say, what was the plan?
Are you going to be intimidating?
Absolutely. I just whacked two of his buddies in front of him.
He's
Okay,
wearing a stormtrooper helmet. It looks very angry.
You can give me an intimidation roll. And if you have interrogation, you can roll that because he doesn't really want to volunteer information.
Ooh. Can we do a complimentary rolls?
Well, that's what the intimidation is.
Woot! Got a spike 7 on the intimidation test. What is you said Bosco picked up interrogation? What was
I've got it at 13.
Whew, that's better than my 12, or my 11. So I guess that intimidation will be to apply to his. Ooh, by 5. That's pretty good.
Tell us everything.
So, will roll versus that.
Might actually be slightly higher, but it doesn't matter.
He gets a +5 due to loyalty. But
Then he would have had a +3 for severe threats.
yeah, I think Bosco. No, he didn't add that. But yeah, that's a success nonetheless. So your question was?
Basically, want to know what the
Tell
hell
me
the
everything.
plan was. This was supposed to be a trap. Want to know what the trap was.
He tells you that you were supposed to be escorted out of here and then surrounded.
And Bosco didn't quite understand what's her name, Tara, Nora. Was she trying to give us a heads up, or was she actually like behind it? Like I didn't quite catch the gist of that.
I guess we'll see.
Like she knew that it was a trap, but was she the one like setting the trap, or was she just trying to give us sort of a warning?
Nobody else knew we were coming for him.
Surrounded where?
He will indicate a position within the facility.
Is there an alternate route from here to the shuttle pad that doesn't go through that area?
There is.
We're going to take that. Also, we're going to shoot this guy.
Shouldn't we take him prisoner?
I'm not sure if we can trust him to not be dumb. So, I'm going to tell him that, he is going to my very close. No, I'm not my very, very close friend, but I'm going to be warning him that if the crap happens first or really goes down, then he's going to be the first person to get shot, and let Kenny know to shoot him if the crap starts happening.
You got it.
And then we will fast walk the alternate route.
Okay, so you will also start down the corridor, heading for your exit, and then you will hear the pew as you start seeing things powering down.
Huh.
So then lights go on in sort of emergency lighting, and stuff like that.
Well, maybe I won't have to shoot her after all.
All right, so we will do this as a skill challenge. You will need to make 5 successful rolls.
Okay.
And that will have to be by you guys.
Is that 5 for each of us, or 5 like for the group, the total?
5 for the group.
Okay, what are the specifics? I mean, it's like what skill can we use, what skill can we not use, etc., etc.
You can use any skill if you can justify it being used to escape this facility. So, stealth's an obvious one. A combat skill is another.
I'm gonna go with tactics to sort of like look at the layout and plan the best route based off of what I grok.
Yep, that's fine.
And success by 4.
All right. Anyone can make these rolls, but I'd prefer it if everyone had at least one person. Actually, we'll do it like this.
So Nim gets to play Ronin. Do you have Ronin stats?
Sure.
'Cause
The
he's
way
not
we'll do
here.
it is anyone can make the rolls, but if you're making a second roll, then you're going to be at -2 for every consecutive additional roll.
Bosco,
Did that
do
make
you have
sense?
leadership? Yeah, it does to me.
Yeah.
Does Bosco have leadership?
I have an 11 at it.
Okay.
I was thinking of observation to kind of go along with your tactics, just to observe the best way, to approach this, to get out. Or I don't know. What the rolls are to try to escape, right? Is that
The rolls are to escape. You need to get 5 successful rolls.
You
I
should
have-
probably explain skill challenge. I'm not sure if he's been involved in one. I'm not even sure if Nosh has.
No. Well, not with us anyway.
Well, a skill challenge is just an abstracted set of rolls. If you succeed these 5 skill rolls without failures, and you have a certain number of failures, if you fail more than you succeed, basically, or I have a target number of failures. If you make that many failed rolls, then bad shit happens. If you succeed those 5 rolls, and they sort of represent different stages of, in this case, your escape. So, it takes you 5 rolls to escape. You don't want to fail too many times. If you cross that threshold of failing, then bad stuff happens. Did that make sense to you guys?
For me, I'm thinking the tactics that Luck rolled. He's trying to figure out the best way out. I'm gonna roll observation. I'm like, oh, I remember there was a passage down this way. We can take this way. It connects to the main entrance or whatever, main hall. Right.
Well,
so he's
Luck's
using his
already
observation.
Luck's already rolled tactics. So
I'm rolling observation.
Okay, so you're going to use observation for the thing. And your reasoning was that you're remembering your way in. You remembered stuff.
Something like that. He was, paying attention to his surroundings and hallways and doors that were locked or not locked, things like that.
Okay. All right, that's 2 successes, 0 failures.
He rolled a success by 9 for everybody listening. Observation.
Anyone else doing a roll? Well, someone has to do rolls.
So what would be a roll to make for, like, we're following Bosco and Luck out and we come across a door that will not open? So
could
it would be
use
like
lockpicking or
it's
mechanics.
Or electronic
Well, there's like,
obscurity.
yep, that one.
Either of
yeah. I
those.
think it. Yeah, I was thinking
Or
more like it
demolitions.
was. Yeah, I was thinking it would be more like the door's just broken and won't open.
Strength check or demolition.
So, so I was thinking what like electronics repair security to fix the door so that we could get through.
Sure.
Or fix it. Of course. Why would we try to fix it? We're all trying to blow it up.
Ooh, I tried to fail. Success by 0.
Okay, that's 3 of 5. Sorry, yeah, 3 of 5, no failures. Anyone else have a skill roll?
What do you got, Kenny?
Oh, a whole bunch of nothing that might help here. However, I could perhaps roll observation, maybe tactics.
Can we like come across as somebody you can shoot?
Or I think it'd be fun to just have me roll against climbing, like I just choose something that's bizarre and climb over it to make myself feel useful.
Well, don't have to do it that way. I mean, let's see. If you don't have anything, I can go with leadership at -2, operating on the sort of presumption that like we encounter a group and luck orders them to go that way to do this thing.
Are his GM, are his skills the same as Red Jumper's?
Oh, yes.
Yes, they are. So you have
So
an option there. You got stealth as a skill.
That's right.
You have your weapon skill, so you can roll your combat skill. So you shot someone, or you had a firefight.
All right. Well, let's do that. He'll roll his blaster.
yeah, that's going to be his best bet.
Twice.
Good God.
Oops.
Well, luckily both of them are pretty good.
All right, so they are successful rolls. So that's 3 of 5, no failures.
That's 4 of 5.
Sorry, 4 of 5.
And then what about Ronin? I don't know if there was something he could do. If not, I can go for the leadership -2.
Ronin's stat have not been shared. What about Nim? Nim has gunner beams. He's going to create a distraction. That did not work. Why did that?
That's not quite right.
That's what I wanted.
That didn't share right, Ryan.
It didn't?
No, I see a
Oh.
big empty nothingness. I see Ronin and then NPC is really close up under the title.
That
but
is odd.
The page itself is completely blank. I can snag it if you're not seeing it that way.
Yeah, I'm seeing it normal, so
Stand
Let
by.
me
I'll
see.
put it in the Discord.
So you shared it?
I'll stick it in the Discord so you can see what I'm seeing.
in terms
I guess
of...
you had to have shared it, or we can open it.
Plus, you probably want to see. Apparently, Mel has cast Ronin without his mask. Yeah, I put an image in Discord.
His best skill is blaster
Too late.
at 4.
Too late. Nim did gunner beams as a distraction.
Okay, so Nim, from the shuttle, you're starting to shoot stuff up.
Mm-hmm. Explosive things. Michael Bay style.
Does that mean you've launched the shuttle? You're getting airborne?
No, it has a tail gun.
All right. Sure, that's 5. So you guys will escape the building. You can see there's a degree of chaos as stuff has powered down. The TIE Fighter bay is open, but you can see that there's like pilots in there that are sort of climbing into their TIE fighters, but the grapples that sort of launch and hold them are not operating because power is down. You will see lights begin to sort of flash randomly, and yeah, there's all sorts of chaos. You have stormtroopers running around the landing strip outside, and there will be a sort of firefight and exchange of fire between you guys and stormtroopers as you make your way for the shuttle.
Pew, pew, pew.
We which role was it? Kinney. So Kinney is a hero in that regard because he used his blaster for the skill challenge. So he brought down a few stormtroopers as you were running out onto the pad. He cleared the way. But you can tell things did not go as planned, and there is a degree of chaos. You will get into the shuttle, and I will need some rolls, piloting and such. And if there are people taking up positions in the shuttle itself, like gunner, co-pilot, navigator, and so on.
What the hell are you doing to your mic, man? It's like going scrape, scrape,
Stop
scrape.
chewing on it.
It's not my normal mic, so it's scraping on my shirt. Damn it. Is that better?
That is 100% better.
Hopefully it wasn't doing that too much.
Well, I didn't notice it until Daniel had to point it out to me. Get under that bus, Daniel.
That bus looks really heavy.
Well, what rolls would you like first?
You'll need to make a pilot roll.
Question. Where are we going?
Away.
After that?
That's a good question. Probably into the next adventure. Unless we find out Bosco's girlfriend really did betray us.
Because she's not Bosco's girlfriend at the point. She's our girlfriend because she screwed all of us.
Ooh.
The player finds that very amusing. Luck doesn't seem to see get the humor.
I think we're just trying to get out of the range of this station, like any good Star Wars film.
Yep.
Well, we were going to hand over the shuttle, at least temporarily or otherwise, to Kalen. So I'm gonna assume at this point that the plan was to meet him somewhere.
Yep, possibly. And apparently,
And maybe he
Tina
can get
wants
Ronan off
Ronan
world.
to and Tina wants to make sure that Ronan joins us on a semi-permanent basis.
Okay, so you will escape or launch and start heading for orbit. You sort of get the it's not gangplank, what is it?
Landing or the ramp.
Landing ramp. You'll get that up just in time to sort of hear the sirens whoop 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 start going off, and it is around about this time that you'll notice that the TIE fighter launch arms that sort of bring them out to their launch position, they begin to move. So you don't have much time to escape before you realize that TIE fighters will launch.
Great. This thing's not exactly super equipped to fight TIE fighters. Although it does have a crap ton of guns on it.
It does, but the benefit to you is you can shoot while running away.
And that's probably what we're going to do.
I will assume that you have a course plotted.
Yeah,
We just don't know what it
was
is.
Daryl was plotting the course while we were sitting around.
That's right.
What was the plotted course?
Well, it was
Second
probably
star to the left.
to get us at least back over to our other vessel that far.
I'm not sure where you guys decided to leave that in another
Where did we
system or
meet
something
Galen?
like that. You met him in. I do have it. It was the same system that you went to in the first adventure.
Was it?
I can't remember that system name. Let me just bring
Right,
them up.
but it was another system.
Yes.
That'll work.
Where's my maps? Never mind. It's in that same system that you're in when in the first adventure.
Yeah, with the space station and all that.
Yes. No.
We'll go there and make switch.
All right. So
But we're not going to be able to come back in the Arc fighter, though.
who is doing what? Who is occupying what roles?
Yes.
Tina is going to head over to where like the drive and the engines, the controls for those are, and just in case they need repairs on short notice.
I think what probably needs to happen here is Daryl's obviously piloting. We're probably going to end up needing Tina to do. Actually, she doesn't have electronic warfare, does she? Damn it, that's right.
She has
Or did you pick
electronics
that up?
repair. She has repair electronic. No, she did
Right.
not pick that up because she didn't roll default last time.
Apparently, there's a little more to that. But right. Well, I was going to say Nim and Luck can have enough gunner that they can both manage guns. But this thing had a bunch of different gun stations, so there might be more that need to be manned.
It only has one rear gun, but it does have some forward-facing guns. So if you wanted to use the forward-facing guns, you would have to actively engage the TIE fighters.
Well, they're TIE fighters. They may fly by us and do stupid stuff. Honestly, depending upon how quickly Darryl can get us over there, may conduct a strafing run on the TIE platform.
What is Busco's default ship function?
I could do either gunnery or communications or navigation.
I could probably put Busco on comms then and go ahead and put Tina on damage control. I guess that would be the standard configuration.
Sounds probably right. I'll shoot him in the back, from the back. Right. Let's run away. Oh, good Lord. All right, starships.
Maybe
It's a
I'll
shame we
try
can't remember why the advantage is that way.
There's an actual thing called advantage.
Yeah, I know, but why is it where it is on the diagram?
I just
When you
needed
originally
a place.
created that, you had an idea, but when we got back to it, it's like we couldn't remember how this was supposed to work.
Yeah.
I think it's you are in an advantage position because you're behind them or something, maybe.
Right, but that's you.
The damage on the two weapons is probably not right. It might not be right. Because I'm presuming on the Lambda, the rear facing is the damn it. What
It's
the hell?
4D divided by 5 burn.
Is that what it's going to be?
That's what it is, yeah. And that is D-scale.
It's not surge as well?
I think it is burn surge, yeah.
Okay, so what is the rate of fire bonus for that? Is there one?
The rate of fire is 1, but that's depending on the scale, spaceship combat scale. Unfortunately, I did not think to have my spaceships book.
Great job.
So I hope someone has it handy. I didn't have it on my laptop.
How can you not have it on your laptop?
Well, normally I use a desktop for running the games. My laptop's for when I'm away.
And you're away.
Yep.
Yeah. But I didn't think to copy the spaceship book. Copied all the other shit, but not it. So I hope someone has it handy.
Silly person.
GM fail. Okay, so the
Actually,
oh, wait a sec. It might be on my OneDrive.
Oh, well, if you got it there, that works better.
Let's take a... Actually, no. Describe your roles, or type in chat which roles you're going to occupy. Give me 1 second to check my OneDrive.
How many gunnery stations are there? Is it just 2?
What's your gunnery skill?
Let's see. What's it called? Gunnery? Gunner beams?
Yeah.
12.
Okay, because I was gonna take the rear one, which would be shooting, but I'm thinking I probably need to do the leadership thing instead.
Oh, right.
What do you need from spaceships? Because I do have that handy, I think.
Just
Oh, I know I do. I'm scrolling
the
through it.
turn maneuvers and such.
Let me see if I can find it.
And I've got what I need for potential dodge rolls with the shuttle, but what's the defensive ECM bonus for the shuttle? Or is that something that comes out of a roll?
It's going to depend on how the vessel was built using spaceships, because they have something you can add a module to do that.
The shuttle does not have defensive ECM.
Oh, that answers that.
Yep.
All
That
right.
makes it easier.
I do have it on my OneDrive, so all good.
So
And I know-
I'm
Well, do you want to do, Rigel, do you want to do leadership and I could do gunnery, or are you just that much better at gunnery than me?
No, I've only got 1 point higher on gunner. That's just like that's probably fine. But I can use the space tactics to increase Daryl's dodge, so that's probably what we need me to do.
Well, if Bosco actually has comms, actually has electronic ops comms, then he's maybe the only one with it. So if I'm assuming that
Technically,
is
I
a
have
thing.
comms.
Okay, well, maybe one other one. Nim has a 14 in gunner.
Right. So we're going to put you on the back gun, and Bosco up there in the front with nearly everybody else.
Because comms might not be too important in this scenario. Maybe.
Well, that depends.
I don't know. I think there's something you can do with comms special, but I don't know what it is.
I can supervise damage control. I have the skills for that. I can do a signal enhancement
Jamming.
and signal jamming. So that's what I can do.
Well, yeah, the damage control could work, because if we get damage, you make the test, you could increase or give Tina a bonus.
Yep. If we need it, I can do that.
Okay, so we'll begin with sensors roll to establish your sensor contact. So you are at +7 -8. So you're -1 on your sensors roll.
Who does that?
So whoever's operating the sensors.
Let's see.
What's the skill for that one?
Electronics ops sensors.
Sensors. I don't have it.
I do,
Oh,
but
you're also +5 for size modifier. I forgot that.
I think
I can,
Block's the only one with sensors.
really? Okay.
Is it worth me doing it for default, and then maybe I could train up into that role, the sensor / comms operator.
You don't necessarily want to do it on default unless you're sure that you can succeed, because if you don't get your sensors lock, then you can't shoot.
You said it was, what was the total bonus
So
or
it's,
penalty?
the total bonus is going to be +4.
I guess I'm sensors. Success by 0. I tried to fail.
Okay, so they are different tasks, so you're going to be at -4 on.
Unless I don't make the leadership test because we need the sensors.
Okay. So you will. I can't remember if it's on. Your leadership will be at -4. So your first roll is not at penalty, and
No, that's not true. If a character will multitask, indicate it when they perform the first task so that the penalty can be applied to all tasks they perform.
right.
So I'm not going to be able to do the leadership because I could not have succeeded this otherwise.
Okay, so you will establish your sensor contact. You have 2 inbound TIE fighters. You are racing for orbit. TIE fighters are in atmosphere. They are a little bit faster than you, so they are gaining.
Not going to be able to do a command task because, well, I'm like, how do I do this again?
They will both succeed their sensors, so they will establish lock on you. Alright, so no command task.
Can't do it.
Alright, so we have a navigation task. So you can use
The rail can do that, possibly, if you wanted to.
you can use electronics ops sensors or navigation space, and that will give you a +1 to your piloting skill. Or you can do your FTL.
Do you want me to do the navigation instead of the comms?
Sure.
I can do that. So I can roll against sensors or navigation. Success gives 1 to the piloting skill. So I'm going to roll against
Space.
I'm going to roll against my navigation.
Okay.
By 3. Good roll.
Alright, so Darryl will get a +1 to his pilot skills this turn.
Excellent.
Pilot task. You have 2 maneuvers. You can do a move, or what's the other action?
Or you could pick piloting, evasive action, things like that. Closing, hold course, retreat, drift. Page 55.
Yeah, so he's probably going to end up picking evasive action.
Makes sense.
So evasive.
Or you can close against one of them and we can blow them out of the sky. You're the pilot. Ooh. Well, Lux.
I'm not familiar with the spaceship rules, so someone's going to have to walk me through what.
Clearly, we are.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm trying to evade these people, evasion makes sense, but
Yeah, evasion
Or you
will
could
help us
do
get
a
away,
retreat.
and it helps you get away. Yeah. Well, you can't retreat until you've done an evasive action. So you could do an evasive action this turn and then retreat the next turn, and
Yeah,
that'll
you don't
help us
make any
escape.
skill rolls now, but until your next turn, you add twice the acceleration bonus to make to any quick contest made to avoid an opponent closing on you, and you get +1 to dodge.
Okay.
How many
what's the
TIE fighters are
acceleration?
there?
Is why.
What's the excel bonus for a Lambda
We-
class shuttle?
We had decided it's +3.
Okay.
Okay, so you're getting a +1 to your dodge. So next is gunnery tasks.
What's to be done in that regard? What is our...
You have aim and attack, weight, or weight point defense.
Well, obviously, with our situation. Is that what it is? They're at short range and we just have 2 targets? Is that how that works?
Correct. They're not necessarily in an advantage position yet.
Okay.
That would be
So
determined by their role.
I can just fire?
Correct.
What's our situation? Are we what's our situation and what's the scale?
I
Neutral?
think it's 20-second turns. You are neutral, yes.
And are we in close or standard?
Standard scale.
So neutral would be long range if you go by the chart.
Remember, it's the spaceship stuff is presuming non-Star Wars space combat.
We'll assume
close scale
1 minute
is
turns.
too far out in Star Wars scale.
We're assuming 1 minute turns on the standard scale.
Yep. So if we're neutral right now, we're at long range. Presumably they're trying to close in on us and we're trying to evade.
Okay.
Where are you getting long range from?
From your table?
No, why are you saying we're at long range?
Because Ronnke says that we are neutral, which is our situation, and that we're in a standard scale, and it says long range on the table that was posted.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, this is one of those where I'm sorry, the spaceship stuff doesn't handle Star Wars combat well.
Well,
Because if you look
makes
at
sense,
standard
though.
scale, yeah, if you look at standard scale though, that the ranges are such that you never see a fight like that in Star Wars ever.
Well, then maybe we should be in engaged status, because that means that we just left the station and they're right on our tails.
No, we'll keep it at that, but we'll actually reduce the scales. So long is long for Star Wars combat. Short is short for Star Wars combat, and close is close. That's useful. Okay, so they are attempting to close. So this is a contest of... Is it a contest? Piloting skills or tactics?
pilot skills.
I think that is correct.
So you're asking me to just make a roll with the +1 bonus and the handling bonus and the excel bonus?
You're going to have doubled excel because you picked evasive. This stuff is...
In this case, they're going to do a dedicated closing maneuver.
Acceleration
+3.
bonus, which did handling the spacecraft, any multitasking penalties, nope. -6 if engaged in a target you haven't detected, nope. Any modifiers, I don't think I was able to give any, and such like that. So yeah, it'll be doubled acceleration bonus, handling the spacecraft. Yeah,
and the +1 that I gave him from navigation.
All right, so
He's like,
give me a pilot roll, please.
That's amusing. 10s all around for the dudes.
They are doing multitasking, so they're at -4 + 3. So that's a fail by 1 on their part. You will succeed, so that means...
Right. So by 10, so I have no idea what their stuff is.
So I believe...
The GM is feverishly looking, going, neither do I.
I believe they failed to close. So they don't get any closer.
Did we lose the GM?
Can you hear me?
Did we lose me?
I hear
Hello?
the GM and Rigel.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear both of you.
maybe they don't hear each other.
Can you hear me, Phil? It must be Phil, because everyone else can hear
I
me.
guess so.
Yeah, I can hear everyone.
Ah,
Did you do something wrong?
no, it just for some stupid reason my thing just muted and I didn't know it was muted.
That explains that.
All right, so they failed to close. Now gunnery tasks. These happen simultaneously.
Right,
Except
okay.
they chose dedicated, so they do not get to dodge on their turn.
So, what? Oh, they're at -12, not -8.
What's their size mod?
+5.
Okay, size. Hey, I had 5 already. Is there anything else I need to put in there?
I'm checking.
And is
You're
there
doing aim and attack.
just standard attack?
Well, they have aim and attack, weight, which is
Right,
aim and
right.
attack,
Yeah, aim
and
and
weight,
attack.
point defense. Okay, so this factored in the combat tables. Resolve the attacks using page 57. 57.
So your rate of fire is also 3 for this,
Right.
because we're in a
okay.
1-minute scale.
Beam fire. There it is. Add the target's SM. Add the space accuracy. 0 for most weapons, -3 for particle or ghost particle, -6 for plasma. Add +1 for 1 gigajoules or larger. I don't think that's going to matter. -12 at long. They're not using a cloaking device or anything like that. They are not streamlined. So, yeah, and then you said, what's the rapid fire bonus?
So you have a rate of fire of 3. You don't get a bonus
There-
for that.
There's no bonus. Yeah.
Right. So it's just going to be target size and the range.
Okay. That makes it easier. Now, I'm just going to roll off the skill, which means I won't have the calculation. But oh, right. Yeah, so I did not connect because they were a long way away. Fair enough. Done with that.
All right, they will be doing the same.
We have shields.
Yes, they don't. That is
What's
going to be misses on their parts.
what's the recoil for the beams, just for my knowledge?
1.
Okay.
All right.
Sweet.
You get a little bit further. You're almost into orbit. So you have another turn of combat.
All right, so I am
Command task?
shifting. I am shifting to command task because when I looked at the sensor detection, it specifically states once they have been detected, it's automatically tracked, so you no longer need to look for it.
That makes sense.
All right, so
So
command
I will
tasks
make
are
a
first.
tactics test, success by 4. So I am going to improve Daryl's dodge by 1.
Okay, so the next task is a navigation task. Who was navigating?
A what?
Boss.
Do you have to
Navigation?
do that every time?
Yes.
So I'm gonna like plot a course between the away from the
Good
TIE fighter
roll.
is the most efficient path to get out of here.
Yeah, it says
I-
failure by only 1 to 3 is no effect. By 4 or more results in a -1 penalty for what? Oh, that's tech. Oh, so this is given a bonus to the pilot test.
Yes.
Yeah.
Double the effects on critical
So
success. So you gave him a +2. Good job.
+2. It's like, I think I found the way out of here, guys. Transmitting to Daryl.
Swing him by a nice little satellite.
That's no moon. All right, so after the
You're right. It's a
navigation
satellite.
task, it's sensor task, so no one's doing that one.
Don't need to.
Then we have pilot task. I
Okay.
assume you're going to do evasive. No, you did evasive, so you have an option of doing continuing evasive, or
Retreat.
you can retreat to try and get away.
Well, let's retreat to get away.
Is there a
So
roll for that?
If there's any opponent closing before your next turn, you need to win a quick contest. Otherwise, you automatically break away from vessels that are engaged or rendezvous with you.
All right, roll your quick contest.
So I can add the handling, I can add the nav bonus and the excel bonus.
Yes, and you also get a +2 from.
Yeah, that's the nav
Post.
bonus.
Okay. You will blow their pilot rolls away.
You haven't rolled them yet. You could roll a 3.
Oops.
Oh, you rolled a 14. Never mind.
Yeah, there's 2 pilots. So you will succeed by lots.
So Bosco said, "Hey, Daryl, do you want to do a crazy Ivan?"
Right.
So you
Then we
automatically
stalled slightly and twisted.
break away. Does that actually result in an end to the space combat?
Um, 56 is where it describes it.
I think that is a successful getaway from what I read.
You can still be attacked by enemy vessels until the start of your next turn.
Right.
At that point, your vessel escapes the encounter area.
So this is their last shot.
Yep.
All right, so they're doing the same.
Gunnery.
They were closing, so their turn.
Oh, right.
Trying to follow.
They are trying to follow.
We went nap of the Earth over the space skyhook.
Damn.
I believe this is a contest still.
But they didn't. They rolled last turn to close and they failed. So they're not actually closing with us. Is the way I'm interpreting. Because the real already won that roll to retreat.
Right, but they're still closing on this turn.
Well,
So
they can't.
the retreat happens next turn, right?
I'm not sure.
We play out this combat or this turn, and then the retreat happens as of next turn.
Yeah, it says any opponent closing with you before your next turn will need to win a quick contest. Okay, they lost that.
They lost it.
Ow. You automatically break away from vessels. You and they lose their position. You can still be attacked by enemy vessels until the start of your next turn. At that point, your vessel escapes the encounter area. Vessels that were closing, and they were trying to close, but they failed, may follow you. All others will be left behind. Should multiple spacecraft choose to retreat and escape, they may choose to escape in the same direction. If so, they and any successful pursuers form the same new engagement.
So what were those second rolls for?
I don't know. What were the second rolls for?
I was rolling pilot skills for them
I thought you already did that.
for their closing maneuver.
Right. Thought you already did that.
No, I rolled a contest versus Darryl. But anyway. Um,
Oh, okay. They're two separate things. That's weird. Why would they do it that way?
Well, they were trying. I mean, my interpretation is they were trying to close. That's why they did the quick contest and they failed. Otherwise,
I
they
would
wouldn't
That
be
was
closing.
last round.
I would think you would reduce the number of rolls and just do your piloting thing versus their piloting thing rather than have a contest and then have them do their maneuver.
Right, you don't. I don't think you do that. I think that's wrong. I think we just do the quick contest, and that was the maneuver.
Yeah, so the 14
In any
and
case.
11 are their closing attempts.
Okay, they failed either way though.
They remain at the long range. They will still get their gunnery task, so you can do your gunnery task first.
Come on, Giga, roll a 3.
Right. Well, I guess this would be my time to use luck.
What? Can't use me.
And I'm definitely using
Yeah,
it
you're
now.
definitely using it for that one. 17. There's a 17. Tina's in the area of twiddling her thumbs, flirting with
Well,
what's his face.
given that she's doing damage control, I hope she's bored. Ooh, close.
Can you pull a +2 from somewhere?
I don't believe so. Unless somebody did a leadership thing on gunnery.
Sadly, I did not. I increased, and that would only have been +1. Actually, no. If I did that, it would have reduced their dodge by 1.
All right, so you've exchanged fire. They get to shoot back. There are misses all round. So that will end this turn, and beginning of next turn, you escape. So, you follow
How does
Bosco's.
that? I wonder how that works.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to think of it in a visual way. It's like, how the heck does a slowish moving shuttle lose TIE fighters?
Outmaneuver.
If you catch him out of position, like you said, with the crazy Ivan, that is one way you could do it. Because if they're not as good of pilots and they don't get their butts turned around in the right in a sufficient amount of time, then you might be able to actually outdistance them that way.
And then, of course, you pull your maneuver, flying around the satellite, and then punch it. The stars will streak, and you will make your escape.
Bye, y'all.
I think Bosco mentions to Darrell, it's like, next time, let's engage with a glint in his eye.
All right. So whatever the name of that system was, Starhaven Station.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's in the wiki.
Are you
Yeah,
sure?
that's right.
It
We have a
is.
wiki.
It's in the wiki and it has all sorts of fancy stuff that happens in
I
this
didn't
system.
know I didn't know you had actually updated that.
It was updated, yes.
I don't see anything about Starhaven.
Where are we?
Wait, I may have just
Stellara
had a search
system.
fail. Search is dumb.
It is. I think it's the Stellaris system.
I pulled up the episode 1 crawl.
Yeah, there's some things that happen. Twilight Veil. That's one of the natural phenomena.
That's why I couldn't find it, because you didn't put Starhaven on there. Silly person.
Okay, so you'll meet up with Kalen Bree. Let me just close these windows. We're going to have
too many windows syndrome.
Yes, we're going to have another space combat at some point till we perfect it.
And then
So
we'll
while
stop.
we're jumping, Tina's gonna first aid Ronan up and see if she can't fix some of his face.
All right. You can make a first aid roll.
Is there something wrong with his face?
I'm hunting for a critical fail. Sadly, no. Success by 2.
All right, I just saw the picture that you linked for Ronan. Sure, that's what he looks like under the rebreather.
Nim was like, "Woo! I see why you wear that rebreather. Good lord."
Creepy looking.
That's weird that the NPC thing didn't open up or didn't share.
Yeah, that was a bit odd. It's like it partially shared. You could open the link, but it didn't show the stuff on it.
All right, so you'll meet up with Kalen Bree. Ronan will tell you that he would rather go back to Fantine with you. He's happy to hide out, but he has like friends and family that need him. If you'll have him, or if you'll take him back.
Of course. Yes, always.
Will Tina take him back?
Do you guys offer to have him join your cause? I guess there's some discussion on, what you guys do, maybe. If
I
there
already
is.
knew what we did.
Well, he knows that you were checking out Palace. I don't know if he knows that.
In shooting stormtroopers.
I don't know if he knows that you're an organized resistance.
We shoot stormtroopers and other Imperials.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know that we ever elaborated.
He will say, I don't know what you guys have got going on, but if you could use an extra hand, I'd like to help out.
Could always use an extra hand.
I have some revenge to get on the Empire.
So say we all.
The Imperial officer, did you drag him along with you, or did you leave him?
We're turning another one over to Kalen, and he's just be like, this is awesome.
You guys are the best. Soon we're going to have to build bigger holding cells.
We brought the shuttle back, and we have an agent in the trunk.
Just shoot the ones you don't need anymore. They're just imps.
So you pull up in the back lot, and you say, "We got a surprise for you." Pop the boot or the trunk. Do you guys call it a boot?
Nope, it's a trunk.
Sometimes. Only when we're being silly, though.
So you pop the trunk, and there's this Imperial officer tied up and gagged. Kalen will take the guy, the two extras, Guy and Kenny. I feel that Guy needs to go back with you.
Both of them can. They can come back with us.
Hey, Kalen is our contact. That means we're going to have to see him again.
They can come back with us.
So he's got his guys.
No, they'll stay. I'm sure they'll make a return visit at some point. But yeah, every campaign needs a red shirt or red jumper. And since this is a long time ago, it could be quite possible that his descendants are Radskirter and his kin.
That would be really weird, but okay. Never mind, everyone over here is actually insect people, or however that goes.
Yep.
So, do you have any other plans other than picking up your ship?
We're going to have to eventually make contact with What's-Her-Face to get the info.
Right. Right, and what she needs from us to complete our part of that deal will determine whether or not we can go back and get the Shrieker. Because if she has the evidence she needs, then we don't need to give up that ship as evidence.
She you will get in touch with her and she will tell you that she has what she needs.
There you go.
She tells you
Crimson Corsairs.
that your breakout attempt gave her the angle that she needed.
What do you mean breakout attempt? There wasn't an attempt. It was a success.
Well, your breakout success.
Says, no, it wasn't. Nobody got taken away from the detention facility.
So she will.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
She will tell you that yeah, all is good. You don't need to give up anything in particular.
Right. Well, we had a separate mission.
She'll give you details with the next episode. Is there anything else that you want to do before sort of wrapping this up?
Not yet. Can't think of anything.
Well, can I try to buy a TIE fighter?
Good Lord.
Buy a TIE
Actually,
fighter.
I think he wants to try to get some parts to upgrade the ship, like the defensive ECM.
What do you need a TIE fighter for that for?
The Shrieker or your ARC 170?
The ARC has ECM.
Yeah, it's already built into the ARC.
It's just not the shuttle that we're turning over because we don't want the shuttle, and we can't keep the shuttle because it's a Tidarium.
Now, see, what Bosco needs is not a starfighter. What he needs is a Q ship. So something that looks innocuous, but has like guns and stuff all hidden over it.
Yeah. So he wants to contact his smuggler buddy, Caitlin Bree, maybe, and see if they can't get him something.
He's not a smuggler. He's a fixer for the Alliance. Or
Two separate contacts.
Yeah, he's a fixer for the Resistance. He's not a fixer for other stuff.
Well, maybe Caitlin Bree can put me in contact with somebody if he can't help me directly. And also my smuggler contact might also be able to help.
Your smuggler contact would probably be able to help. So you can roll for your smuggler contact.
Oh, 9 or less.
Your smuggler contact is unavailable.
Well, maybe Caitlin Bree knows somebody that I could talk to.
So what are you chasing exactly?
A Q ship.
So, and you would have the money for this?
I can get the money.
Because it's like millions of GURPSes, or millions of credits for it.
Well, can I try? So, I could probably maybe finance it, or I don't know. I can figure that out.
All right, I think.
But first,
I think that's something
first you would
probably best handled in the offline. Because if you want to finance a ship or whatever, it's best done offline. Because you'll have to do that in the interim between adventures anyway. Unless it requires talking to a particular individual because you want something special, then that'll have to be role played out.
Okay.
Any other stuff that people are caring to do?
Nope.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
All right, well then we'll leave it there since we're coming up on time. Everyone will get 2 points. You need to get the spaceship equivalent of the A-Team van.
So we get a Fondor Hallcraft and we paint it black with a red stripe.
So 2 points. Is there any bookkeeping that people want to do before we close the stream?
Not for me.
That's a negative.
All right, so this will end episode 3. We'll begin with episode 4 next session. If you are watching this and have any questions, corrections, suggestions, or general hecklings, feel free to leave a comment here or find us on Discord. Please consider liking and subscribing to our YouTube and Twitch channels. Thank you for watching. Olympus out.
Bye.
See ya.